What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today we're talking about some of the newest content added to Deepwoken that genuinely changes the game forever. If you love flashy combos that are really fun to experiment with, Justicar breaks everything and makes the impossible possible. If you're looking for long strings that deal insane damage in the air, the Vanguard path is gonna be for you. So I'll show you what's possible and how you can try it out yourself since it's goofy and really fun. If you've been around for Deepwoken's free week, you know about the Justicar Origins release. Helping out freshies through progression is new and unique, but the content we can obtain is extremely worth trying out. With the water path, support is unmatched, you can heal so much with a ton of sustain options that's really unbeatable. But today, we're not here to talk about pacifism, we got combos to hit. With the base talents from the Justicar Origin, alongside some of the Vanguard options, we can break the game. The first few things that are essential for almost any competitive combo build revolves around Justicar's preference and Justicar's adaptation. These talents allow us to swap out our weapon criticals for Juscarita kicks while being able to proc talents. The potential here for new gameplay is actually insane. Deepwoken has a ton of weapons with unique M1 animations alongside criticals that some players just don't want to use. A great example is the First Light. With unreadable swings for a faster greatsword, a ton of people love this weapon, but swapping out the critical just gives us more options to use. If there's something unique out there that's fun to use but you don't want the crit, Justicar can redefine any weapon's gameplay. On the other end, there's weapons with insane stats, status effects, and synergy, but their crits are just kinda lacking. On my build specifically, I wanted to mess around with the Bloodrend Sanguine Transfuser. Instead of the insanely punishing support critical that can even help our opponents, we can trade that out entirely for insane damage and near infinite combos. Not to mention, this dagger has absolutely insane stats with innate 20% armor pen, which can stack even further with stars to reach around 35 resistance penetration with just our base M1s. So yeah, if the weapon's a stat stick, fun to use, or has a weak critical, just swap it out and awaken your build's full potential. Now that's out of the way, it's time to mess around with our combos. Uppercut gameplay is just very rewarding in the current Deepwoken meta, and Vanguard style allows combos like never before. After swapping our weapons critical for the Juscarita base crit, selecting Vanguard style switches it once again to an up tilt. Landing the base critical puts people into the air and sets them up for additional combos, but it is fully defendable after the first hit. It's also worth mentioning that the base Vanguard up tilt counts as an uppercut, and it's gonna activate all of our talents that synergize with that sort of style. Don't worry, I'll talk about how to abuse that later, but yeah, just remember this. Now, if you land the base up tilt in the air, it's possible to confirm a multi-hit high damage critical that slams people into the ground. The stun after landing the up tilt as an aerial also confirms the multi-hit, so it's basically true if you can set it up. If you really want to activate that multi-hit critical, there's a few different ways to pull it out. You can uppercut normally, critical up tilt, and then do the multi-hit right after if you have the talent Justicar's Renewal. Landing a critical with this talent restores your cooldown anyway, so it's possible to just do it again. On the other hand, it's possible to use mantras that bring players up too, and Bloodrend is absolutely perfect for this sort of setup. So for some weird reason, both Crimson Surge and Razor Blitz count as uppercut attacks and they'll activate your talents, but they consistently set up combos. Also, I do want to mention, just look at the damage on level 5 Crimson Surge, it's absolutely unfair. Like, this is ridiculous, this damage. Anyway, it's a bit techy and requires experimentation, but I've been able to hit players with Razor Blitz directly into Crimson Surge and pull off my full critical combo while also activating everything on my build. There's just a ton to freestyle that's only possible with Vanguard style, and it's so much fun to do. It's time for the customization of your own synergy. You gotta stop yourself and think, what do I want to do with my uppercuts? Because there's a few different choices that I think are worth investing in. The Justicar Vanguard path only allows for 2 bonus talent picks, so we basically only have one since Vanguard style is just essential for anything fun. Besides that, there's only 2 options to be a real air demon. On one end, you can try out Vanguard's Onslaught to allow for more damage in the air during your combos. This is very powerful but risky since you want players to be in the air as long as possible. If you have grab mantras like Rising Wind or other options that trap people, you can try it out, but in my opinion, it's solid and less dynamic than our other option. Righteous Crash is way more fun and lets you be even more creative when building. Slamming down your your opponent from any flourish or upgraded Vanguard critical can deal extra true damage based on their height in the air. This is about to get crazy, and let me give you an example of what your build can do. You can uppercut players into the air with a base uppercut or a base critical and activate all of your up tilt talents. So for example, Blade Harper slashes that can happen if you dodge cancel into an uppercut or crit. Now that your target's in the air, all of your damage can be boosted instantly with Wyvern's Claw multiplier stacked alongside Vanguard's Onslaught if you really want to. That's pretty solid, but with Righteous Crash, the damage potential is consistently higher and just very easy to proc. Flourishes from the air to the ground are normally pretty difficult to set up and pull off, but there's cheese to get around that. A normal air flourish takes a couple M1s depending on your weapon, or even the enhanced multi-hit critical, which isn't always gonna land. You know, these are kinda difficult to pull off. But if you build specifically with execution and a side gun, this can break everything. The talent execution makes all of your offhand side shots flourishes, and they'll activate any talent on your kit as a flourish, including Righteous Crash. So in any situation, it's possible to activate an uppercut with all of our active talents and hit him with a side gun to instantly proc Righteous Crash and its true damage. This will activate all of our uppercut talents and our flourish talents at the same exact time, and it's honestly ridiculous to fight against. I don't even think you can once you're in the air. Bonus add-ons that synergize even further with my current build are the extra Blade Harper slashes for extra damage, St. J's ring to proc chill on uppercuts, the Gale enhanced ring to suffocate on a flourish, and the Bone Wisp to shoot ragdoll projectiles on uppercuts and flourishes. Honestly, the Bone Wisp by itself just kinda carries anything in the air, and you gotta invest in this. Anyway, all of that damage can be boosted with Wyvern's Claw, Vanguard's Onslaught, or Righteous Crash if you choose it. It's just ridiculous what you can do if you combine all of these additions, and Justicar allows that more than anything else in the game's history. Of course, what I'm showcasing right now isn't the peak of what's possible, it's really just a glimpse, and there's just so much you can do. I'd say that the best part about Vanguard's style is that it doesn't just have one route, you can basically do anything with this origin and still find success. If you haven't gone and checked out the Justicar Vanguard goodies, try it out and leave your own ABA combos down below, since I do want to see them. I'm aware there's probably some insane sliding tech with the weapon, and yeah, that's its own thing and it's just a different playstyle. But what do you think? Is Vanguard the peak of aerial Deepwoken combat, or is Warder's support even better for ganks? Share your own thoughts down below, since the devs want to hear feedback. Whatever you do, just hop on the origin and give it a shot. Let me know what you think down below, since the devs really want to hear what you gotta say. Thanks once again to all the supporters who motivate me daily and directly help out the channel, because it means a lot. If you want to join as a member for my channel, go down below, but besides that, my personal Discord and my UGC group are linked down below, so check them out. Thanks once again, and make sure to like and subscribe. It's punchin' time.